Hey guys, it's Tyrone. Thanks for stopping by again. If you haven't, subscribe or hit the bell for the notifications when all my videos drop. Uh, Good news is I'm going to be doing my first giveaway at 100 subscribers, and it's going to start with this video. All you have to do is like, comment, and share, and that will get you submitted into the drawing. I'll just pull a name when I hit 100 subscribers, and I'm going to give a 1 hour free call for a consultation on FBA for OA or private label. So let's get right into it. The first thing I have up is tactical arbitrage. This is going to be our paid tool that will help us source products. And the main reason we want to spend money on this is that it's $107 a month. It might seem like a lot, but it's the only real program we'll need right now. It's going to find all the products that we will need because we're going to run scans in categories that we're already ungated in to find products from retailers that we can source. It'll break down products from price, the 30, 60, and 90-day sales ranks. It's going to list how many sell a month on that specific listing and how many sellers are on that listing. It'll also show how many or which of the sellers are Amazon, FBA, and merch, which is all important information when we're trying to source products. So I guess this is the most expensive part. After this, we would use Keepa right here. This is Keepa. This is free, and it comes with free Google extension, which is definitely necessary. This graph will already be in tactical arbitrage right there. So right when you go into the program, once again, if you get it, you don't even have to come to this website. Products will pop up. You can click right on the graph, and then it'll bring you to this website. Also, that software, when you want to create your listing, it'll have a button to create your listing so you can check for hazmat and to see if you are ungated in that. Even though you're ungated, let's say in toys, it'll just make sure you're ungated in that brand or that specific ASIN, because you can be gated in a specific ASIN like Fisher Price toys or something like that, which is hard to get ungated in. And then even getting ungated in that, you have to get certain ASINs to sell certain toys. So that's where the Keepa graph will come into play as well. So when we get here, I have a product up already. The top graph shows you how long it's been selling for, the price, and the sales rank. And on the bottom shows you how many sellers over a certain period of time have been selling it. So on the top, the important information we want to look for right away is obviously who controls the buy box. And if you see yellow, that's Amazon. So the three little yellow lines, they controlled the buy box at that time, which is awesome. They're hardly ever showing up, so that's awesome. The blue line is new, so that would be us, the FBA sellers or any merchants. And you can see every time it fluctuates in price, usually the sellers will fluctuate on the bottom graph. So we go down to used, and that'd be the used graph. We're not selling anything used. We're going to buy new, right, from an online retailer, ship it to our house, and then ship it to Amazon, so we'll always be with new. Now, if we scroll down to the bottom information, the important information here is the blue line. The blue line indicates how many sellers there are. And it looks like there's new offer count is 2. I actually sell this, so that should say 3. But so you would compete with one other seller, and if you were to click in it, it's going to show you which are prime and which are merchant in the actual listing. So we can click Amazon, the listing right from here, and it'll bring you to the actual item. Then you would go down here, and it says right here, to new, I want to sell on Amazon. Click into here. Nobody has Prime. So if you were to sell this, you could sell this with free shipping probably for $28 with Prime. So right now I'm actually showing you a product that you can compete literally with me right now, if you can afford the monies. Sorry. So this will sell for $28 or so. And you would come back. You'd be the only Prime member. So that's how you would always get buy box. That's the information we would check. Hold on, let me go back. Bam. So 2 sellers. So you would compete with 2 other people, but they don't have Prime. So technically, if you would get this item right now, you'd be the #1 seller. That's why I wanted to show this, and I sell this right now, so you would compete with me. I would be selling this for $28. So this is literally what you would do. You would sell it for $27.98, 2 cents lower. You would win the buy box, and then, as you can see, it's always new. You would be selling new Prime, and you'd be competing with one other person, right? And then you would drop it 2 cents. Then you would win the buy box. And that's why we use Keepa, so we can track all this stuff. There's other things with, now down here, like on the sellers, if it says like 50 sellers, once again, we're going to come back to the key point that I made. How many of those sellers are prime sellers? 10 of them. So then it's you versus 9 other people. And then you would scale buy box by price. And then also through how many sellers and how many of the product is sold a month is how much you would evaluate how many you would buy. So if there's 100 getting sold and 10 sellers, I wouldn't buy more than 10. Do you understand? Like that's probably what you can get. Or maybe buy 15 and try to sell out 15 over 2 months. That's how you would kind of judge how many you want to buy. But when you first start off out, when you find all these products and then you're going to check with Keepa to make sure it's an actual viable product to source so we can sell it on Amazon for profit, just buy a lot of SKUs. Try to find like 10 products and buy like 3 to 7 of everything and then get them in there. So if something starts selling a little slow or the rank jumps high, or maybe you didn't check the graph and Amazon jumps on for a couple of weeks and controls the buy box, you have a bunch of different SKUs / products selling at the same time. That's what I would do in the beginning. But after that, when you start to get really into it and you start picking a lot of products, that's how you judge. If it's selling 1,000 and there's 10 prime people, buy like 50 of them. They'll sell over 2 months and you'll make your money. That's how I would judge that. Now, we sourced our products from Tactical Arbitrage. We created our listing, made sure that we can actually sell them, correct? And then we check to keep a graph. We see how many competitors we're competing with, how much money it is, and does Amazon ever control the buy box? If all those things are good, we got to see how much money we can make, right? So we would go over to the FBA calculator. Now I have it set up already for that product that I was showing you that you could source right now. I have $28 for the item price. It cost me 60 cents to ship each one of them in. And then I have what I got it for, $8.89, the cost of the product. Press calculate, and that's a 30% margin on, which would be $8.64, which is pretty good. And I also sell it for, actually that's almost 100% margin. It's 30% with the FBA calculator. You want to see these things so you can see your fees. But remember, your profit is going to be shipping from Amazon and minus cost of product. So that looks like it cost me $9.40 to get that, and I got $8.64 back. That's about a 90% return. That's what you want to look for. These are the items you want to look for. Now, I think this sells about 600 a month, and it sells fairly fast. So if it was lower, like if you can't find a 50% or higher margin item or 80% higher margin item, this is still fine. You would still use the same setup. But if it was, let's say you're making $2, but it sells like 3,000 a month, that's fine. You can buy a ton of them. As long as it sells fast, you can have lower profit margins. As low as I go is $3.50 in an actual dollar profit. So you would just set that up how you want to. I would advise you to go with at least 50% profit. And before the cost of shipping and labels, labeling each product and shipping it off to Amazon, you want at least 50% margin. So these are the 3 tools that you're going to use. Amazon FBA calculator is free, and it's an extension, and you can use it on mobile. Keepa is vital for any measurement of data or history on a product. You need to use this. So this is pretty much the main thing we need to judge our products. This is free. It has a Google extension, and you can also use it on your phone. And Tactical Arbitrage is our one monthly expense. You might not have to use it every month once you start getting a lot of items that you can resell. But the first few months, I would say 3 months, you're going to need this. It's $107 a month, and this is where we're going to source our products, help create our listings, and make sure that we can actually sell them. So that should be about it. In the comments, I'm going to leave some other resources for shipping supplies from FedEx. All you have to do is make an account with them. It's free. And then you can get all your packing supplies for free. You just go there. They'll also help you with printing services. I didn't mention that in my last video, but you can use them for that. And then also they will do, FedEx will do if you have a certain amount of boxes, you can pay for them and they'll come pick them up from your house. Or you can just leave them at your house and just have a pickup date, and they'll come anytime throughout the day, and there is no cost, which is kind of sketchy. I don't know about doing that unless you have a lot of property or you are already maybe are in wholesale and have a warehouse. That's perfect. That's free shipping. You don't have to leave, and those are free supplies. This is a free way to get your profit for your items and your calculations for cost on Amazon. This is how you source your product for $107, and Keep a Graph show you all the history you'll need so you can feel confident getting to purchasing / sourcing a product and selling it on Amazon. I hope this guys helped. Just leave any comments on how you source products or any software you use, and like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.